and you're watching Bite Me. So today we have a fantastic recipe. Like, I really love this recipe, and it utilizes another recipe which is the Malai Chicken Tikka, and this is a Malai Chicken Tikka mac and cheese. Yes, you heard right, I turned this into a mac and cheese. So to start, what we have is my pasta water already boiling, and it's really salted. Now I don't always add oil to my water. I mean, lots of people do, but it's oil and water, it's not going to mix, so it doesn't really do much. If that makes you feel better to do it, go ahead and do it. So all I have here is around 300 grams of Conchiglie pasta, and I'm just going to pop that in. So I'm going to time my pasta for about 8 minutes because I don't want it to cook completely. It is going to bake in the oven again with the rest of the ingredients. Now I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So once your oil is hot enough, you're going to add about 1 clove of garlic. So after that, I'm going to put my flame low, and I'm going to add about 50 grams of spring onions. Now you don't want anything to overcook, you just kind of want to saute it very lightly. So see, everything is still nice and bright, nothing has lost its color. Next, I have around 300 grams of baby spinach. Now I know this looks like a lot of spinach, but spinach is going to wilt down to almost nothing. Put your flame high for this. So next, we're going to add the Malai Chicken Tikka. And all I did was cook this obviously in advance and then shred it. So please make sure you find that recipe. I'm going to link it below. And it is a great recipe. So every time you add something to your pan, make sure you raise your flame back up, because the new ingredient tends to bring the whole temperature of the pan lower down. So once you stir the chicken and the spinach around and everything's kind of incorporated, what you're going to do next is take a sip of your drink. That's some gin, people, to get the whole day moving. What you're going to do is add some chicken stock, and this is around 260 ml of chicken stock. What this is going to do is loosen the whole mix. So once you add your pasta, it's not just going to be a dry mix, it's going to be a nice, moist, succulent dish to eat. Okay, so once you put your stock, put your flame back down low. And now we're going to add a sauce that I made earlier, which is just this kind of light, summery nice sauce to go with the flavors of the Malai Chicken Tikka. And all that's in this sauce is about half a cup of cream, so half a cup of coriander, and half a cup of mint. And that's it. All I did was blended it until it's smooth. Let's put the sauce in. The only kinds of mac and cheese that I like either have lobster or truffle in them. So I needed to find something that was slightly less expensive to make at home. And so I've come up with this. And that's the timer for the pasta. So it's almost done. And I'm going to put that off and strain that and be back. So my pasta was cooked the way I wanted it to be cooked, just almost all the way, but not completely, because it's going to cook again. And I drained it, and I just put some olive oil on it so that it doesn't clump together. This way it's going to be nice and separate, ready to party. Okay, so once this sauce comes up to a boil, this is what happens when I drink and cook, people. It's a miracle I'm alive. Okay, what I'm going to do next is add some cheddar cheese, and this is 100 grams of cheddar. Get in there. Okay, flame down low. Once the cheese has kind of like melted a little bit, it takes like less than a few seconds, I'm going to turn the flame off, and I'm going to add my pasta in gently and in batches so I can mix it up. And the whole point of using Conchiglie pasta is because they're little shells, and what's going to happen is that lovely sauce is going to get stuck in between each shell. So every time you get a lovely piece of pasta, you're going to get a little flavor bomb in your mouth. Okay, so mix gently. So once you're mixing everything, all of the pasta and the sauce and the chicken, make sure you get some of the spinach and the chicken on top. So when you bake it, you're going to have like the lovely peaks of green through the cheese, which is just so beautiful. Okay, now if you want to be slightly more fancy and upscale, grab a little bit of nutmeg and just with a plain grater, a little bit. And I love nutmeg when it comes to dishes where I'm using a lot of dairy because it works so well with any milk product. And then all you're gonna do is sprinkle some shredded mozzarella on top. And this is processed mozzarella, but it is mac and cheese. This is where you give in, people. Okay? So just put that all over. And this is 100 grams. When you're putting your cheese on, make sure you cover pretty much all the pasta. And then we're going to pop this into an oven at 180 degrees Celsius with the grill on, and pop it as close as you can to the grill because you want the cheese to get all brown and yummy. And to help that, what I'm actually going to do is brush it with some butter as well. So this is just about a tablespoon of melted butter, unsalted melted butter. There you go. And I did taste the sauce, and the salt and everything was perfect. So do taste it before you do pop it into the oven and before you add your cheese. That way you can control how much salt you want. Also remember, the cheese is salty, so don't go overboard. It's been 15 minutes and it's time to eat some pasta. Mac and cheese style. Okay, now hold on so I don't burn myself. There you go, guys. There's your Malai Chicken Tikka mac and cheese. So the best part is that all of it gets like golden and yummy and caramelized, and that's just extra flavor. Okay, let's try some, because I have been thinking about this for a couple of days now. Look at this. Yes. Moist, delicious, nutritious. Perfect for you. And for your kids, by the way. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat this? Okay, now to not burn my mouth, which should probably happen anyway. So good. Okay, this is the only mac and cheese that you should eat from now on. I'm telling you, this is probably one of my favorite, no, it's definitely one of my favorite recipes. It's great to cure a hangover, which I'm working on developing right now. And it's also served cold. It tastes amazing. Like, I've tried it cold as well, and it is fabulous. You can't go wrong with this. I think you should try it. Try the Malai Chicken Tikka recipe because you need that in order to make Malai Chicken Tikka mac and cheese. So be sure to, invite friends over and eat this. And guys, please like, share, subscribe, and tell me what you think.